There's a strange kind of magic in anime season premieres. Every few months, fans crowd around their screens hoping to find the one. You know, that show that hits like a freight train in the first 10 minutes. Or the show that everyone will be talking about for weeks. And this season, to say that we don't have anything is an understatement. There's Dandadan Season 2, with some of the cleanest animation in the industry. Kaiju number 8 still punching buildings for breakfast. My Dress Up Darling returning as well, just to cloud your imagination with cosplay. Rascal Does Not Dream is back as well. Even Dr. Stone is somehow still cooking. So let's be real, in the middle of all this chaos, no one's really watching this one gem anime. And it's a shame, because episode 1 is kind of wonderful. When I say Outcast Restaurant is comfy, I don't mean it's slow. I mean it feels like slipping into a blanket that smells like your childhood home. The premise is simple. A hero gets tossed aside by his party, left to be all alone as they think his skills were not needed. But instead of chasing revenge or training for 300 episodes to become a god, he decides to open a restaurant for people just like him. If that sounds like Dungeon Meshi with half of the calories, you're not far off. But where Dungeon Meshi is about deep lore and gourmet strategies, Outcast Restaurant is about emotional flavor. There's this quiet demeanor to the protagonist. He's not here to prove anything, he's not trying to win, he just wants to cook something good enough to make someone, anyone, smile. And when that someone is a strange looking adventurer or a small broken girl, that hits harder than it should. The show isn't flashy, the food isn't glamorous, but every dish feels like it's made with intention. It's like seeing a dish in Food Wars, but taking out all that weird stuff and just making it something more comfy, almost like coming home to your mother's cooking one day. And in a season where anime is screaming for your attention, this one kinda just whispers. There's a quiet joy in watching a show that understands loneliness, just like how the protagonist here gets betrayed in the first episode, left behind, called useless. It's brutal in a way that feels too familiar, if you've ever felt like you're the one holding the group back. But instead of turning that into trauma fuel, the show transforms it. Rather than sink into bitterness, Dennis builds something, not with power but with patience, and not with swords either, but with rice. He meets a small girl who I can't remember the name, and he kind of sees himself in her as he grew up in a similar situation. Seeing the eyes of pain, the sorrow left from various trauma, he's able to look at that and understand what it means to go through this type of pain. There's no political intrigue, no over-designed villain laughing from the shadows, just people who are discarded, left all to themselves, and a man who knows what that feels like. And maybe that's why it works so well, because Outcast Restaurant isn't trying to be epic, it's trying to be kind. And in the world of anime, kindness is a rare superpower. And look, I know, you've only got so many hours in a week. You're watching Dandadan for the hype, Kaiju number 8 for the destruction, Bunny Girl Senpai to feel sad and smart, and probably My Dress Up Darling because, Marin. So no one talks about this anime with a generic title and a small cute girl as your waiter. But maybe they should, because not every anime needs to be explosive. Some just need to be there to heal you from all the chaos that you've been watching. Welcome to the Outcast Restaurant is a warm meal at the edge of a cold forest. It's a show about second chances, made by people who clearly love what they're doing. And maybe it won't top the charts or make the front page of Reddit, but it's the kind of story that sticks with you quietly, like the taste of something simple your mom or grandmother used to make. So if you're looking for something peaceful, genuine, and easy to love, put down your shonen just for 22 minutes and give this a try. And don't get me wrong, I don't know if this anime will keep up. Maybe it'll fall off by episode 5, or maybe it'll just fade away entirely as the season goes on. But for now, Outcast Restaurant is a small miracle. And if you're feeling overwhelmed by the sheer volume of anime this season, like I know I am, sometimes I'm just sitting there scrolling like, oh, I want to watch Bunny Girl Senpai, but I also want to watch Dandadan, but oh, I don't want to watch it right now because I want to wait to binge watch them all. In the mix of all that feeling and chaos, you can kind of just sit back and watch this one anime just for the comfort of it. And if you're feeling overwhelmed by the sheer amount of anime this season, maybe this is a perfect palate cleanser for you. As I discussed, there's no explosions, no melodrama, just one guy, one pot, and a place where everyone, even monsters, can feel like they belong. And sometimes, that's enough.